Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken at the goal line.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The Bears at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Maynard. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Bears take over. prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at the 35-yard line. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Off play action. Maynard. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Taken down at the 30.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Fournette, a first down carry. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down at the yard. We're scoreless after 1. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Maynard. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Cade Otten.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bucs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fields toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He hits Mooney going across the middle.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point by McCann, up and good,
and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Off the play fake. Maynard.
Right back to Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. There'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nice run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Maynard. A pass underneath for Fournette. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Maynard. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw on second down, Maynard. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop it.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, it's Fournette. Fights through him.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Back to throw. Maynard, left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter.
And some room to roam now.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Yeah, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Fields throw here taken in by Isabella. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They'll go option to the short side.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the draw, this is Fournette. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are right back in this football game.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Fields.
And this is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by Lavonte David.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense is really struggling. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Here's Fields. Able to find Isabella. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. On 1st down, Fields. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings, stuff. My team isn't true, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I painting. I boost up my rate.